So Sobha, as a main company, they created developer company and they controlling each step.
Sweet spot I have found is 1.5 bedroom where the half one is either can be used as a home office.
So Sobha is quite young company. Not everyone knows this and not everyone was investing previously in Sobha.
If you plan to visit Sobha, do visit their customer experience center and they have a complete overview of the construction philosophy they have.
The first investment has to be very smart, for my opinion, because you can make a lot of mistakes by having mess with the offers, because it's a lot.
How are they doing soundproofing? How are they doing heat proofing? How are they doing the waterproofing? All these elements, these all points are very important. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Brick Buzz. Today we are going to talk about one of the most premium developers in Dubai, Sobha. We have an agent from Sobha who I had the pleasure of working with for quite some time now. Valeria,
hi
welcome
guys.
to our podcast. One of the few people I've met in real estate whose reaction time at most is 2.5 minutes, and that's something that you don't find every day in this market. So whenever I reach out to her, whenever I have some query, whenever I have a customer based inquiry, then she comes back to me within maximum of 2.5 minutes, which I think is amazing, noteworthy, and something to be praised in public. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you so much. Pleasure of mine to be here today. I'm very good and always pleased to see you.
Thank you.
Hi guys, my pleasure.
Sobha Heartland. Tell me what's the journey of Sobha has been till now.
So,
how do you differentiate if you had an opportunity, and I'm sure you're in this market for some time, you had an opportunity of joining so many other developers.
True.
Why did you pick and choose Sobha?
So basically my previous experience, I had a big experience in law and 10 years in law, and I was working last 5 years in real estate, and then I got the invitation from management in Sobha, and they offered me a job here in Dubai. I was working in Moscow. And basically, when they offered me this job, I told them, first things first, I want to see what's this developer, what the developer is offering, which material the developer is using, why. I was very picky about the material because I have companies in Russia, we are suppliers of construction materials, and I was growing up with my father. I was very picky about these things, and I always raised with the thought in my mind that the quality of your future home has to be the perfect, and this is the main thing that you have to pay attention on. So that's why when they send me the documents, they send me some brochures that they have, I check it, and I thought that this is the company that I want to work with because I like the concept of the company, and we will talk later on how the Sobha is like the business construction. So this is how I start working with Sobha, and so far I'm super satisfied. I'm happy because I'm introducing, for me personally, the top developer, and I'm very proud of that I'm working there. So I told you previously that I like the concept of the business construction in Sobha. So I want to pay a specific attention on the concept that Sobha is following, that we have the backward integration system. So on this market and on the other market in other countries, mainly there is not a lot of companies who are working like Sobha is working. So we are controlling each step. The backward integration, like in short,
it's 100% backward compatibility.
Yeah.
That has always been the hallmark of Sobha's philosophy, design philosophy, if I may say. So can you please explain the concept of this 100% backward compatibility and how that would add value to a client's portfolio?
Yeah. So basically what it gives to the company and to the customer. So Sobha, as a main company, they created the developer company, and then they created a small companies who is responsible for landscaping, for furniture, for delivering construction materials, and they controlling each step, which gives them opportunity to control timing, to control quality, and also cost. Because if, let's say, we will pay for some specific equipment or we will pay to other sellers.
Your brand partners or somebody who's providing you with the raw materials or providing you with... So I understand that since you are in control, so you control the pricing, you control the quality, and also you control the timeline. So your projects are not delayed.
Never.
So as a customer, I would say, if you invest in Sobha, the three things that you can be rest assured of is, first, the quality that is being offered to you, the quality that is being committed to you would be delivered at the end of the day. Your specifications will always be the same. There is no price increase, and whatever you are being promised is going to be delivered on the timeline that it's set to be delivered. Exactly. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're totally correct. And also the thing that Sobha is very picky about the quality, this is the first thing that we have to mention. Our desire to the quality and to delivering the quality and the best luxurious project, this is why we construct this system of backward integration, because we want to provide the best quality, so we want to control in each step the development.
And how does this differ from the other grade A developers that are out there in the market? How does your philosophy differ from them?
So let's say even in this case, we can say that we are not using any third party, or we are not giving to any outsourcing to the other companies our development. So
but if you outsource, do you think that's a bad thing?
It depends. You have to analyze the pros and cons in this case, because for us personally, we want to, let's say, we know that some of other developers, they use third party in the construction, and a lot of investors or end users, they're already facing the situation where the project is not delivered on time. So for us, this is the one of the main thing that the customer have to receive: the delivering on time and the quality.
So basically, if I have to sum it up, what you're saying is that the weakest link in the whole process of that property construction till the time of handover and delivery is the brand partners that you are associated with and your outsourcing partners, right? And they are the weakest links. And if you control that chain, then you control the overall quality and the timeline 100%. And the costing. Right?
100%. This is the only way actually for the developer or for any other companies in any other sphere to succeed. And to succeed, I mean to be stable, to grow without losing any other characteristic that we already discussed previously. For me personally, this is the strategy that helps Sobha, since Sobha is a very young company comparing to the other developers, let's say, still be in top 5, because we have our system, we are strict with the system, and the customers and users, they are satisfied, and we have this feedback, so it's working.
Good. Anybody who is coming to Dubai to invest in real estate, and I'm talking about specifically the first-time buyers, why should those first-time buyers choose Sobha over other developers? What key factors, in addition to the backward compatibility, would you bring to light that should make them consider Sobha?
So honestly, talking about, let's say, it's because it's the first investment for the person, and we know that Dubai market is the huge market, and a lot of development offer, like there is a lot of project offering and a lot of brokers also in the market working. So the first investment has to be very smart, for my opinion, because you can make a lot of mistakes by like having mess with the offers, because it's a lot. And for my personal opinion, you have to choose the property and the developer. Like, it has to be trusted developer. You have to be sure that the developer will deliver exactly what he promised.
Track record is important.
Yeah, location. Because let's say I'm not recommend as a first investment to invest in the location that only in like start to be developed, infrastructure and so on. You have to be secured. So as I'm always saying, you have to put your money in something valuable. This is my favorite, phrase, that But if it's your first investment, do it safely, because you don't know how the market works, you don't know the economic of this country, and you don't know what to expect, what's going to be tomorrow. So you have to find something in the middle that.
Do you think we are here as hardened real estate consultants to talk about what's the economy like, and that's what we talk very often. Now, when you talk about the first time investors, what kind of payment plan are they looking for when they come to you? Because you see, you're exposed to a lot more clientele, and we would like to address some of the concerns that the first time buyers have. So now the first time investors, when they come to you, and the first time buyers, what is their biggest apprehension?
Good question, and I will tell you that first would be the price and the payment plan, because if the customer and the investor are looking for any different offers on the market, they're always asking why Sobha is more expensive than other.
I don't think Sobha is more expensive right now. The locations that Sobha has are one of the most prime locations.
True.
Based on that vicinity and the other projects that are being offered, how do you consider Sobha to be expensive?
Look, like you ask me, what's my
how do you defend that? Okay, what is your comeback when people say, "Oh, I think Sobha is expensive"?
When like this is actually the only one question I'm facing with my clients. So
that's one of the biggest concerns they have.
Because still, as we discussed previously, Sobha is quite young company. Not everyone knows this, and not everyone was investing previously in Sobha. That's why most of the time we're facing the situation that the client asking for what's the price point. That's why we have to come back to the discussion about the quality, about the backward integration, about the guarantees that we give to the customer. Because this is our advantages and this is our secure position. We control everything and we can give it this advantage to the customer. Because if we will compare the investor who bought another project, we will not discuss in details which exactly, but not Sobha.
We're talking about the grade A developers, right?
And let's say any other our project, the investor have the guarantee that if he give his investment strategy clear to the sales manager and to the broker that he is working with, the strategy like we are working together on the meeting, we'll find the best option for him, and at the end of the day he will receive his like unit on time, and the price would be reasonable, because he is paying not to just renders, he is paying for the quality, he's paying for the people who maintain the building as well, because that's consistent throughout the developers. People who are investing in in MR are assured that it's going to be delivered on time. It's going to be delivered in the best possible quality that MR has promised, and MR continues to deliver. So how do you justify that price point that you have? Because you are classified as one of the top grade developers in Dubai. Grade A developers, I would not say that Sobha has anything less than anybody else. The quality that you guys deliver is top notch. But the pricing, that's the first concern. So are they coming to you with a mindset that Sobha is not at par with the other developers? Because otherwise they would not ask you for to justify your price point. I will tell you.
You understand my point?
Yeah.
My point is very clear.
Sure.
That if I know I'm coming to a place where the quality is top notch, then I would not be talking about the price that much. But if I'm talking about the price and I want you to reduce the price to a point where you are categorized as a grade B developer, so would your organization need to re-strategize and place themselves so that they're recognized as the top end developer?
Look, again, when we when we facing this question from the customer, usually this customer is not very dived into the story of Sobha, how we started, that we are the company attention to details, that we are delivering on time with best quality and everything. So he come to just explore the developer from the first time.
They consider Sobha to be just one of the other developers. You have so many developers in Dubai. Sobha is just one of them. Now, I would address to all prospective buyers in Dubai that when you come and visit the top-end developers, see the construction philosophy, the construction methodology, and if you plan to visit Sobha, do visit their customer experience center, and they have a complete overview of the construction philosophy they have. For example, how are they doing soundproofing? How are they doing heat proofing? How are they doing the waterproofing? All these elements that at times are not visible to the naked eye, or at times are not being considered as your top-notch priority for anyone who's coming and investing in Dubai for the first time. But these all points are very important. Me being an engineer can vouch for the importance of these points and how painful they can be during the process of you occupying that apartment or that villa or that building for 5 years down the line, 6 years down the line, even 3 years down the line. I have had problems in certain buildings, not of Sobha, but from other developers, even 6 months to a year down the line. And we had to do a major amount of rework and major amount of modifications in order to make that apartment operational. Sobha, I think, has one of the least amount of maintenance activities to be done. The corrective maintenance, preventive maintenance, we have to do in all the cases. But corrective maintenance, I've seen the least amount of labor intensive and finance incentive in intensive in Sobha Heartland. And
also, like, when we will continue this topic, it's very important to mention that let's say before the delivery, so when the developer is preparing all documents, that the building is ready to be delivered, so it has to be have some certificates. Sobha doing 3 steps quality control, because we are talking with you about the maintenance and all this stuff. So 3 steps quality control, what gives us this specific way of pre-delivering stages. So we basically also we construct before the delivering. We are checking each apartment one by one, and we are checking if everything is working correct, because the final customer, when he got the keys, he or she will not see any scratches on the walls or any problems with the furniture. I mean, the kitchen appliances and everything that already included to the apartment. So the extra services that Sobha is providing for the customer, because again, when we talking with let's say investor or end user, these small details are also very important. These extra services, even we discussed with you that why Sobha is becoming more and more popular, because our strategy, our business, how it works. A lot of companies doing case study, and universities doing case study, how we do our quality control, how we build our business, that it works, and it works very fast, and it gives our company opportunity to grow much faster and much more successful than the other developers, because we are now on the market feeling ourselves very confident, because we are delivering the product that's selling itself. We can show, especially you told previously that we have experience studio, that we are showing all the stages of construction, the layers that we use. Each material you can touch it, and for a customer it's very important, because I understand, me personally, myself, if I will have opportunity to touch something, to see show apartment, to imagine how my future apartment will be looking like, I will of course be much more happy and satisfied. So our main reason is to have a client satisfied, right? Yeah. That's why, and at the end of the day, our main reason is to be on the market with exclusive projects, we don't have a lot. So with exclusive project, long term, we want our customer to be happy and their friends, reference. This is how we want to work. This is the complete satisfaction.
The first time buyers, we're still focused on the first time buyers. Still, I'm hooked onto that for some odd reason. Which is the property that they're all looking to invest in to start with? Which is the most common property type that they are looking for?
If it's investment, I'll give you two options, because in Dubai as well, like let's say villas is very good investment. It depends of the project, it depends of the location, but of course it's one bedroom before. Now it's 1 or 2 bedroom, because Dubai is attracting a lot of families. So investors, they're now even thinking to invest in 2 bedrooms rather than 1 bedroom. But it's apartment and villas.
I think Sobha came up with something very interesting, and a very few developers have actually dwelled in this phenomena. It's actually 1.5 bedrooms.
Yeah, true.
So you see, previously, if you're coming to Dubai for the first time, and you're married and then you have a kid, so a studio at times would be too small for you.
True.
And a 1 bedroom at times is better. Now there's a significant jump in terms of pricing, in terms of even rental value between a 1 bedroom and a 2 bedroom. And the sweet spot I have found is 1.5 bedroom, where the half one is either can be used as a home office, can be used as a kids room, can be used as a study. So that flexibility is good. And that flexibility, I think Sobha is one of the premier developers who's offering this flexibility. I'm sure there are a couple of other developers, and I know a couple of other developers who are offering that. Not everyone is doing that. But could you shed some light on how did you arrive to this philosophy, and how is that segment of market working for you?
How we came to this is like demand. You feel the demand, but as we discussed about studios,
this customer feedback or something,
we see we offer a lot of layouts to the customer. You know that Sobha, we don't do one type of 1 bedroom, one type of 2, 3 bedrooms or villa. We have multiple versions for any customer. So let's say before Sobha was constructing in Heartland 1, she was offering studios. Now we are not construction studios. Our configuration starting from 1 bedroom. But even 1 bedroom, you can choose the size from 600 square feet up to 900 square feet. So it depends from your preference. That's why when we discuss with you 1.5 bedroom, it's also we offering to the customer to choose. Some of them need extra storage, some of them need to do office because they're working distantly.
Okay.
And when me personally, I don't know configuration of your apartment, but I'm living in 1 bedroom and I have a lack of storage spaces, so I would love to have 1.5 bedroom to have all my outfits.
I'm sure you have a lot.
I have a lot.
You have a lot of outfits. And that's the specific reason why you would like to have a 1.5. Wow. Well, a lot of first-time investors would not probably dwell on a 1.5 bedroom because they have a lot of outfits. But the amount of flexibility you get. So rather than switching from even if you're living there in a 1.5 bedroom, you have to move to a 2 bedroom. That flexibility is there. So the period of occupancy is higher. The rent is better, and it gives both the investor and the tenant more flexibility to remain for a longer period of time in a 1.5 bedroom. That's, I think, for people like us, and for people like her, it's just that she has additional wardrobe space. Thank you. We have come to the conclusion that for the first time buyers, there was a time when people were focusing more on studios. That trend has shifted at one point in time to 1 bedroom, and for very specific few developers, the sweet spot right now is 1.5 bedrooms. If you need to know more about these type of properties and what is best suited for the first time investors, please reach out to us and we will certainly guide you in this. Now, moving away from now the first time buyers, for seasoned buyers, what is the main resistance that you get from them when you talk to them, when you speak to them? What is their pain points? And because they're not the first time buyers, they're seasoned buyers. So what is the pain points, or what is the resistance that you get from them?
So basically, I would say that the only one thing in this type of investors would be that also it depends from the investment strategy, because we have to talk about this investment strategy before I will answer to your question. Because let's say if it's investor which strategy is to buy the project on the launch time and then to resell it very quickly, let's say we name it flipping. So he want to resell it very fast and then to enter to another project, which is not working for Sobha.
And may I ask why that is not working for Sobha?
This not working for Sobha because we have some specific segment of properties, and mostly we construct communities. So we know that we delivering not a lot of one standing building. Our main idea is to create, like in Dubai, the communities that people would love to live.
Master community or micro city?
Yeah.
Either of the two.
Exactly. So basically, in this case, in these types of properties, people want to see this project almost be like ready, or visibility, something has to be ready. So it's not very fast for the flipping. And also because we have availability. So it's not like we have inventory. Let's say we'll talking about Heartland 2. So we have 12 buildings there. Of course, whatever we are launching, each building by building, it's sold out, but not fully. So we still have availability. And the key thing for flipping is to not have any availability.
And why do you think that's the case? Because if we talk about not specifically going to developers, we hear a lot of stories that the building was launched.
Yeah.
And within 12 hours, within 3 days, within 2 days, the whole building got sold. Now, how do you equate that situation with Sobha? Because Sobha, you're saying that you still have availability, right?
We still have availability.
Why do you think there's a difference in there?
No, it depends from the project as well. Because let's say Heartland 2 is the huge project. It's like villas, 12
But you're
buildings.
launching building by building.
We're launching building by building. And of course, like 80% of the building is always sold out. Best view characteristic, best floors and everything, but we still have something to offer. And whatever the client, there is, let's say, two clients, whatever one bought for the launch day and another one is thinking I want to buy in this community, of course he will first will go to the developer if he can offer something. And usually if we're launching building by building, the client knows that there would be another tower will be launched like within 2 months. That's why he will better give EOI for the exact unit he wants. So this is like the one of the options why it can be like this.
So how do the other developers in this case, because you might have heard stories that the building is launched and the building is sold within 1 day, the complete building.
Yeah. Why
has Sobha not reached there that when they launch, the complete building is sold within 24 hours or 48 hours? So, Billy, I think, in my humble opinion, I've seen a lot of developers when they launch, they are more focused on the investors. That the investors will come, they'll buy a couple of floors, and then they'll, over a period of time, keep on rotating that and keep on gaining the capital gain out of it. Where I see Sobha is more focused towards the end users, the people who are going to convert that apartment, that house into a home. So having that philosophy in mind, because you see the environment that you've created is very green.
Yeah.
You have a lot of schools, you have a lot of facilities. It's a good place to raise your kids, I would say.
True.
So based on that factor, you're more focusing on the end users, and the end users will slow and gradually come. So it will take a bit of time for that whole building to be sold out, because you're focusing and targeting more on the end users. And this for the end users is more beneficial because you will have more stability as far as the pricing is concerned. If you have invested in Sobha and Sobha is focusing mainly on the end users, then the benefit you'll get is you'll have more stability in price and you'll have more control on the environment that you're building in that sub community or in that master community.
100% agree. And also we come back to the investment strategy, because for investor it's more like investors who are ready like for long-term investment. So it's not it's
not that you go and flip and go and flip and go and flip, because that's also not a sustainable strategy for Dubai as well. Now Dubai government also has, and RERA and DLD has put in certain conditions that unless you meet this criteria and until this much construction is done and this much payment is done, you're not allowed to resell that property. So flipping and creating an artificial price point is no more there. And Sobha has been working in tandem with DLD to enforce that very strictly, right?
Yeah.
Now, coming to your marketing philosophy, how would you define your marketing philosophy, and what philosophy do you have for that?
I would say, like, in our marketing, we're, as I told you from the beginning, we are still like a boutique company. So we have like a marketing. We are focused with now a lot with the foreign investors. We're doing a lot of road shows. We're doing a lot of presentations. Also, I want to say actually that our marketing is our customers. This is, I would say.
Your more marketing is more word of mouth, but I see a lot of Sobha branding out there.
Yeah. We have, let's say it would be two spheres. It would be marketing that Sobha is doing and the marketing that our
clients are doing.
Yeah, because feedback is the most valuable thing for us. We have good...
What about your brand partners like us? What kind of marketing do you expect from us?
Actually, from you, we expect the talking videos.
Yes.
That we can dive the customers into details of the Sobha, because some of them don't know, or some of them concerned about which developer they have to use. So we are helping by this video. But talking about the marketing from our partners, we usually doing road shows together. So also we can discuss with the clients what they're expecting from Dubai, what they if it's, let's say, foreign road shows. So what they're expecting from Dubai, which developers they have, what's the difference in the developers. So from us, we are giving service from as a developer. From you as a partners, you are giving them like information, like very,
Now, when people come to you that they're looking to buy properties, what are they comparing Sobha to? What is the comparable benchmark for them? And how do you convince them that your products or your community or your brand is better in that respect? Honestly,
I'll tell you that we have to come back to the Sobha on the market. As a developer, whatever client is coming to me, he most probably heard about the top developers, like a governmental one. So they trying to compare not the product, they're trying to compare the developer, if it's because they don't know like much about the developer, the Sobha as a developer. That's why they're coming and they like the community, but you have to I would say that maybe you have to more talk about the developer itself, the story, the ideas that we are providing. Because if we'll discuss the projects, whatever client is coming, they like the project. They cannot say anything about the project, honestly, because it's in the top location, it's the best quality, all the amenities that you can imagine. The Sobha is providing, greenery, schools, a lot of infrastructure. So they cannot have some concerns about a project itself. Usually, if I'm facing the situation where the client is concerning about anything, it's mostly because he's trying to compare developers, which is not always a good idea.
Why not?
A good idea, but it depends. Okay, in case you will, it depends from which side you're looking at this.
So I'm looking at it from the. But I think it's a very right approach, because people would like to have a price point comparison and an apple to apple comparison. Now, if you talk about your own product, your products are not. You don't have the whole area. For example, Maidan. You're not the only developer in Maidan.
True, but master developer there.
You are the master developer in Maidan, but you're not the only developer in Maidan. There are other developers in the greater Maidan area.
Yeah.
You have other communities as well. So when people come, and then you have a specific price point, that specific price point is your benchmark. Now, people do have a right to compare this.
Of course, we're all comparing.
To the other developers, to the other communities, to the other projects that are coming in that area. So what do you think is your advantage over the other developers in that area, and how do you convince your clients that yes, these are the factors? Because the reason we are talking is that a lot of our client base is going to watch this, and they would then feel, okay, yes, these are the factors that we need to consider. So if you say, okay, for example, quality of construction, that can be one of the added advantages that you would like to bring to the table, or the timeline that you're going to offer, or the consistency of delivery, or the 100% backward compatibility, that even to the minutest detail of a screw, that we are going to tell you that this is going to be installed and fitted, and this thing is going to place 2 years down the line and 3 years down the line. Since we control that supply chain, and we control that construction philosophy, we will deliver you exactly what we promised. Or any other features or any other factors that would help people decide that yes, this is a better product than anybody else.
In this case, when we continue this topic, I will tell you that the advantage that we can provide for our clients that coming to our sales center, and they can touch and watch this, let's say, experience studio, and then when we bring them to this experience studio, we explaining them which materials they use, because it's very interesting, it's very important. Because whatever, I think, I don't know, maybe before you met me and we start working together, you met
I've been working with Sobha. To make it a point that I've been working with Sobha from a very long time, and at that time you guys only had 2 show villas in Sobha Heartland 1, and everything around that was a piece of desert. And now Sobha has come a long way from that point, and I am an ardent fan of the design philosophy and everything else from that day.
Yeah, I mean, when
I've seen the whole curve of how it developed and blossomed into this big community.
What I'm trying to say that before, or whatever, you may be speaking with some of the representative of Sobha, but they will tell you the Sobha is good quality. So let's say they will bring the customer even to this experience studio, and they will tell you, look, this is good quality, this is concrete, but behind these things they don't know the details. So this is very important also for us as a representative of Sobha to provide to the customer these details and explain what does it mean, these details. Let's say what's the exact like concrete we use, or which certificate we have, because it's also very important to know that, let's say, if we'll be talking about sustainability, that Sobha is the developer who is very strict to these rules, and we want to provide this into our communities and our buildings, and we have several certificates, we have like a quality control. So these things all gives us these additional services to the customer, which brings him to, like, in the end of the day, he will understand what's the difference, so he can choose.
So which is the predominant nationality that you're getting these days as buyers?
Now I would say it's a lot of European, so it's any I would say it would be then
Chinese?
Chinese, so I'm trying to go from that side. Of course, Chinese, and Chinese is buying. There was a good buyers even before, so now there's still good buyers. Russian, the percentage is getting low because of legislation and a lot of factors. Now, Russian market in Dubai here not that successful, but also US and UK.
And why do you think they're coming to Sobha specifically?
Anyone who's coming to Sobha and choosing any of the Sobha project, choosing quality. So let's say recently I have a very trusted relationship with all my clients. So with someone we're choosing the unit for 1 month, maybe like 1.5 months. So also we're trying not to take that much time, because still for this period of time you will not have that availability that you expected. But let's say we'll talk about the luxurious project, Sea Heaven. So we were talking about the 2 penthouses in this project, and we're choosing and we're checking all the details in these penthouses with my clients. So they're, of course, they're working with the broker, so the broker also offering them different luxurious projects in approximately the same locations.
Yeah, so I mean, we're talking about Sea Heaven, right?
Yeah.
Now, Sea Heaven is not in isolation located in an area. There is MR there, there's Nakhil there, there's Dimak there. What makes Sobha stand out?
That's my favorite thing, because actually this is a very crowded location. I mean, in case of developers and new developers,
You're talking about Dubai Harbour.
Yeah, Dubai Harbour.
So Dubai Harbour, you have the complete belt by MR.
Yeah.
And then on the trunk side, you have Dimak, you have Sobha, you have other developers as well coming there. How does Sobha stand out among them?
Let's say if we'll have a look on the map, it's still like Imar and Damak would be on the right side. Sobha is a little bit separated from this all line, but still we're in the same location. When we'll compare all these projects, there is some projects they're named luxury, so some of them are medium, and the Sea Heaven was the creation of PNC Menon is ultra luxury project. So after a successful project S Tower that we completely sold out on the Sheikh Zayed Road, we understood the demand from the rich people and people who want something extraordinary, like an exceptional quality. So they are looking for it, and not all the developers they can provide, because they can provide the good renders. This is not the big deal to create a good marketing, but in the end of the day, to bring on the market really a good product, it's not always like this. So when we launch S Tower, I will be from the distance a little bit, because we created a show apartment for S Tower.
I've seen that show apartment. It's an amazing show apartment.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it was done to provide for our customers that they can touch, they can understand the material, they can understand the smart system, how everything is working. So any client who is coming to purchase ultra luxury project, he can go to these apartments, and he can understand what does it mean quality for ultra luxury project that we're providing, because they can check it in show apartment for let's say Heartland 1. They can check the quality, how the project delivered, and looking in real life, and especially in the ultra premium. So for me personally, I did my analysis and I know the location very well, and the Sea Heaven is one of the favorite projects, I would say, because I know that the client who purchased in this project, he will be satisfied for 1,000,000% for the quality, for the amenities, because this is like even better than 5-star hotel regarding the amenities, the let's say appliances that we will provide there, the materials. We're working only with the German brands, with the best brands, so you will get the keys from something wow. And other project, when you compare, there will be approximately the same price actually, but then your client or my client, whatever he's coming to the sales gallery, we can show him what he will get. And this is the main thing why they're choosing us, because we are not hiding anything, and we are well known in the market for delivering what we exactly promising, and sometimes even better. Because one of my clients was asking me, he was reading the SPA, and he saw the sentence that would mention that developer is can change the design and layout of the property. And he's like, but I choose the layout and I choose the property, how it can be. I told him that developers, not only Sobha, but developers, they're secure themselves, and like as advantage for developer and advantage for the customer, because Sobha well known for improving the project during construction. So sometimes they're launching, they're showing renders, and later on the customer is getting even better maintained building, better finishing. So this is the advantage that the customer getting, because we are never stopping improving ourselves.
That's what everybody is doing. Now, we see that the Russian market is slowing down a bit. It has slowed down a bit.
True.
From the previous, if we say compare it to 2022, 2023, specifically in 2024, we see somewhat slowdown.
True.
Can you shed some light into it? Why this is happening, and when we see a turnaround on that?
Honestly, I was expecting this. Actually, it was two thoughts in between me and my friends, because we have like some political changes, we have economic changes, and then a lot of changes in legislation, and like how to transfer money, everything is complicated. So we were thinking that a lot of people will try to save the money abroad, which is not happening, because 2 years ago already people who have money, they already opened the account abroad, or they have that, let's say, the property they can resell and gain money and put it again to investment. But now I know that if Russian people invest, Russian speaker, we're not talking about only people who's living in Russia, but Russian speaker, if they're investing, they're mostly looking for end use. So they're buying, they're buying for themselves. Honestly, for past 5 months, all Russian speakers that are purchasing with me, they're only end users.
So those end users are focusing on which projects? Which project attracts them the most?
Sea Heaven, always, because we like ultra luxury project. We like the best view characteristic. Of course, it's Sea Heaven, and it would be always Heartland 2, because Heartland 2 is one of the key projects of Sobha that have that advantages. Even that, let's say, if you want to live waterfront and you want to have a beach access, you will have it in Heartland 2. So some of the clients choosing this project as well, for the uniqueness.
So what's the future for Sobha? Where are you guys heading?
I think
for investors, where should they keep their eye on? This is the place where Sobha is heading now, and this is where they're...
We are in the process now, as like insider information, we are in the process now of buying some plots to launch a new project, because we had before 6 soft plan projects on the market. Now almost 2 of them sold out, like one of them reserve villas sold out completely, one of them half sold out. So we continue to provide communities. That's the 100% what I can promise to the clients, and what I like about Sobha, because my favorite projects are communities that creating lifestyle, that have amenities that you don't want, and you don't need to leave this place for your everyday needs. So we will continue to provide boutique. So it's not going to be a lot of development. It's not going to be 20, 30 projects in one shot. I mean, like we'll selling. So we'll still be choosing the best locations, because again, whatever we project discuss now that we have of plan, it's in the key locations, and 3 of them are community style.
Yes. In the communities, I think there's a major trend in Dubai and across the globe where people are moving towards micro cities, towards master communities, and that is the way of the future.
True.
So and it gives a lot of more leeway to the developers to have a master community constructed and delivered.
Especially knowing that now Dubai is developing like in the way of family living. So now a lot of families coming. We see the statistic. A lot of family coming, a lot of universities opening, best schools, best universities. So
that's the D33 agenda.
Yeah.
Because average family size in Dubai has gone up to 4.8, which is nearly 5 people. So whenever you now constructing and wherever the developers are delivering, they are keeping in this factor that an average family will consist of around four to 5 people.
Yeah, true. So that's why for me personally, again, when I see the offers on the market, for me the community style is much more preferred, because me myself, I'm living in one standing building, and when Heartland 2 would be delivered, I wish I can have apartment there, because I want to live in some communities with this amount of amenities that Heartland 2 is providing.
My last question would be, anybody who's coming to now Dubai to invest specifically in Sobha, what would you offer them for the first time buyers, for the recurring buyers, and for families? What products would you offer them now? And what would you advise them to look towards as far as Sobha's investment is concerned?
Look, in these 3 categories that you gave me,
we'll talk about the first time buyers to start with.
First time buyers, it depends on the budget, but he can start. For me personally, I think it has to be or 1.5 bedroom or 2 bedroom. It's a good start, because 1 bedroom still a lot of on the market 1 bed. So if you want to, and your investment strategy is to give it for rent or to do a holiday home, so better to try to diversificate your investment. So try to go with the 2 bedroom. It would be very good investment as well. It depends of the budget. Again, we can talk with the first-time buyer as a villa as well, because I have a lot of investors who are just coming to Dubai and they're looking for a townhouse or a small villa, because the demand is there. There is not a lot of villas delivering in Dubai yet.
But your first-time investor, if they look towards a 1.5 or 2 bedroom, which projects would you advise them to look into?
Always when I have this type of client, I recommend them, since we're talking about Sobha, I will be talking about Heartland 2 as a priority, because I think that when Sobha launched the Heartland 2, first our project was Heartland 1, same concept, community, villas, residential. And when we launched Heartland 2, it was the upgrade. The Sobha grow very much since the launch of Heartland 1 and when they launched Heartland 2. So they did the master plan and everything much better and much more smart.
So now all they've learned, the experiences and the new technologies are being incorporated in the Heartland 2.
Yeah, and some, let's say that in Heartland 1, we know that the canal is constructed by government. In Heartland 2, everything done by Sobha. We are not selling plots like in Heartland 1. We are this plot we purchase and we will provide there only our development. It would be everything maintained by Sobha, lagoons, malls, kids per area, clubhouses, everything. And this is 8.5 million square feet size, plot size. So it's huge community, 10 minutes.
Kids are going to be managed by Sobha?
Kids? No.
No. Okay. So now, we're talking about Heartland 2.
Yeah.
What else?
In that same location we have...
Not if we say in the... What about other projects where you have apartments?
Yeah. Again, it depends of the location, preferred location, because some of the clients, they have preferred location like Marina, GLT or downtown. So we're trying to focus with what they want and what they expect. And again, if the investor is first-time investor and he don't have he don't want to invest a big amount, but he want to gain a good money, we can talk about also community style, but it would be another project with Motor City. It's already developed area.
You're talking about the Orbis.
Yeah, Orbis.
So Orbis is, I've done the most, it's again a project which is more focused on delivering apartments and more focused on giving price conscious clients the solutions, right?
Yeah.
What about Sobha 1?
Sobha 1 is the amazing project, also nearby Heartland 2 with the golf course. They have like their own advantage. Each project with Sobha, you will face the situation where you have advantages.
So these are all targeted towards primarily, not just focused on, but primarily they're focusing on the first time buyers where you have a relatively budget-friendly option in case of Motor Cities project of Orbis, or you have Sobha 1, or you have the apartments in Heartland 2.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Now, for the villas, where do you have those villas now, and the upcoming projects for villas?
Now we have villas in Heartland 2, still available 6-bedroom and mansions. We are waiting for launch of second cluster, because we have a lot of demand of the client who want to 5-bedroom, but we sold out now. But we're expecting within 3 months, I guess, launch of Heartland 2.
Anything coming in for the 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom townhouses, villas?
We know the information that since the community style is very successful, and reserve villas that was 4 and 5 and 6-bedroom villas sold out, so we also see this demand and people still want to reserve. We want to provide a community again, so we are thinking, and we are now in a negotiation with about the plot in, again, the key location where we will provide. And yes, we are expecting their townhouses, we're expecting their villas, so it would be the huge community.
Thank you, Valeria, for a very insightful discussion about Sobha Heartland. Sobha, as a developer, has been very close to my heart since its inception, and whenever I have sold those units, those villas, those townhouses, garden homes, all those products to my clients, they have always been very happy and very satisfied clients. Sure. It's a product that is being not considered by a lot of investors to start with, but once they see the product, once they see the community, once they see how that whole area is taking shape and what the developer has actually to offer.
True.
I've seen a lot of them change their mind, and a lot of them investing not only but reinvesting in Sobha Heartland. Keep on doing that good work, that whenever I call you, and I have to mention this again, one of the few people I have the pleasure of working with who have been very consistent and very diligent and very responsive. So thank you for doing that amazing work at Sobha, and looking forward to hearing from you in the future as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It was my pleasure. And I hope this small podcast will help a lot of people. And we'll be happy to welcome everyone to our sales gallery and to our sales center to show what we can show, what's the behind the curtains in Sobha. So come and experience the top 5 developer.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
With this, guys, we call it a day for this episode of The Brick Buzz. Please reach out to us if you have any specific question about Sobha. We will ask Valeria to help us in answering that. If you have any general question about the real estate investment in Dubai, feel free to reach out to either me or the team, and we're all here to help you make better, well-informed decisions about your preference of buying a home and creating that lifestyle that you always want in Dubai. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely day.